Hello and welcome to another exciting-ish edition of Top Hat Chat with myself, Street and Orb. Today on the channel we are going to be discussing the best games of the year, as told to us by the people who definitely know what they're talking about, the people that do the Game Awards, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hopefully, bearing in mind that that is pretty much their only job, they should have been able to have done this well, at least. So we're going to be looking at a few of the games of the year. Hopefully everything is in sync the way that it should be. There we go, and we'll play with that in a little while. But yeah, just let us know. If not, I'm just going to pull up chat as well, because there's a few people in chat as well, so I can see those there. So hello Zen Zero, hello Raised Dragon, hello True Sinister. You're the first ones in, and hello Lion Secret. There we go. So the first four. What is he going to come in dressed as this week? See, for that, you are going to have to wait and see, because Top Hat Gamerman isn't actually here at the moment. He is running late and decided not to tell us until the last minute. So we're putting on this show by ourselves just for a little while, and he's going to turn up at some point. If he does not show up during this stream, then he will turn up during the stream that comes afterwards.
Yeah.
Which is on our Twitch stream.
Yep, twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat.
There we go, nice and easy to find. I'll post a copy-paste link in the comments towards the end of this one. But yeah, so a few more people have popped in. Tom L, Andy Aldrich and Lulu, hello to you. When did Top Hat Gamerman come back and why? I don't know. Quick, before he turns up, promote your stream. That's a good point. Thank you, Lion Secret. I do have my own stream on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Top Hat Street. There we go. So I've thrown that out there. And Orb has his own one as well. That is twitch.tv/Orbicus. So that's spelt the same as it's spelt just here. Just by his groin. But anyway, so I've just thrown all those links out as best we can. So yeah, the Game Awards. How are we going to start this? I mean, where do we start? What category should we begin with?
We should probably start with the main course, the big enchilada, I suppose, of the whole shebang. Game of the year.
Game of the year was the big one, and you're probably right, because people do tend to get quite angry if you don't immediately hit the subject matter, and I think that we've done more than enough pandering to people already. So the Game of the Year this year is up on your phone. Would you like to tell everybody who it was, for anybody that doesn't actually know that it's currently watching?
Well, I was wondering if we wanted to run through the list of contenders, and then we'll go with who won straight away.
So, I think that's fair. We'll do it pretty quickly, but yeah, we'll run through.
So vying for it this year, we had Assassin's Creed Odyssey from Ubisoft. We had Celeste by Matt Makes Games. We had God of War by Sony Santa Monica. Marvel Spider-Man by Insomniac. Monster Hunter World by Capcom. And Red Dead 2 by Rockstar.
Right, okay. And the winner of that category was?
God of War. God of War.
God of War is a really good shout.
I've never played it, so I can't comment.
I've played a lot of the games on that list, and yeah, God of War is a really, really good shout. Assassin's Creed was really good for an Assassin's Creed game. It would probably win Assassin's Creed game of the decade.
I would disagree. I'm a big fan of 4.
4 was okay, but this seemed to add a lot of elements which aren't found in a lot of the other games.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It looks fantastic, and from everyone that I've spoken to that's played it, really enjoyed it. Yeah. And I found the whole ancient Greece aesthetic quite an interesting choice. Yeah. I didn't expect them, I mean, to go back that far. I mean, obviously, it all starts with Origins that they released like last year or 2 years ago that was in ancient Egypt. And I guess they're moving forward from that point on now. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where they go from there. But the whole Spartan ancient Greek aesthetic is really cool. It looks really good. And apparently the female character, because there's a choice between characters in this, apparently the female character is one of the best written female characters in a computer game ever. So
nice. I mean, that's quite cool.
Infinitely more appealing than the dude. So
I mean, so we've got that game, very, very cool. Good bit to talk about. Some games that we've got less to talk about, I suppose, would be Celeste. Very, very good game, but it just hasn't got like everything else going with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very good game. What were the other ones on the list?
So we had Marvel Spider-Man?
Marvel Spider-Man was very, very tedious. The actual game itself was great for a couple of hours, and then it turned not so great. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I played that to death. I 100%ed the first section of everything, rather than not the DLC, and I enjoyed it. But it just got really tedious after a while. And Red Dead, I think, if that was released at the start of the year, I think that would have won it.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a little bit late in the game to really be considered the game of the year. Out of all the ones that were nominated, it's probably the best.
Yeah.
Outright game.
Yeah.
Although I am becoming slightly frustrated with it the more I play.
Monster Hunter World, boring.
I loved Monster Hunter World. Honestly, I really, really enjoyed it.
But it's just like kind of capturing monsters, and that's about it. Like it's kind of like boring Pokemon.
No, I think it's almost it's dare I say it? I mean, I know Pokemon's not the most popular thing on this channel, but it's probably more exciting than Pokemon. Like, the whole battling mechanic's really good.
I don't know.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to say I really, really enjoyed it. I got a lot of time out of Monster Hunter.
And then we'll get on to God of War, which I have played, and I'm probably going to be streaming actually at some point. God of War is incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
You wax lyrical a lot about that when you were playing that.
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be that good, and it's that good. If anybody that hasn't played God of War, go out and get it. It's a real game. And the story's great as well. So there we go. Next category.
We had best ongoing game. So I guess that's a game that's constantly updating and releasing new content.
Okay, and quick rundown of everything.
Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay, so quick rundown of those. No Man's Sky was awful. Finally made it good after it lost its entire fan base.
Yeah, but apparently it's really good now.
Yeah, apparently it's really good. Destiny 2, same as Destiny 1.
But even less popular.
Less popular because Destiny kind of got boring. And that got boring very, very quickly as well. Overwatch is very competitive. Overly competitive, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a no-no for me. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, again, it's one of those hyper-competitive games, which doesn't really get me. And then the winner, unfortunately, is Fortnite, which I think is a bit strange, bearing in mind that Fortnite was actually released last year.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm pretty sure.
But then No Man's Sky was released last year too.
That's another one that really shouldn't be on the list.
But I guess it's the whole ongoing game idea is... It's a game that's constantly updating. So.
A game that was finally good a year after you bought it, so we'll stick it into next year's one in hoping it'll win an award. Yeah. Like, absolutely pointless. So, yeah, I think they screwed up.
I don't know. I mean, what would you have picked out of those selections?
Out of that selection, I would probably have gone for Overwatch.
Interesting. I don't think you can... I don't think you can pick anything other than Fortnite just for its sheer popularity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's head and shoulders more popular than any other game in its category. You kind of got to go for it if that's what you're judging for.
I suppose.
Its player base is so big. I mean, Neymar skipped out on the Ballon d'Or ceremony this week to live stream Fortnite. No, he live streamed Rainbow, I think, actually. Oh. No, COD, the new Battle Royale mode on COD. He skipped out on like the biggest footballing awards of the year to live stream COD.
Yeah, bit of a deal hole. But anyway, doesn't matter. Right, next, because we've got to get through these pretty quick. There's quite a handful of bits and pieces. Next one is Best Game Direction.
Best Game Direction, so we have A Way Out, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2.
Marvel Spider-Man I thought was good, although I didn't think that the acting in it was particularly good. Red Dead, I think, again, could have taken that if it was released earlier. What else is there? Detroit. Detroit was very, very good.
Never played Detroit.
Yeah, it was very, very good. A Way Out I've never played, so I can't really go on about it.
I completed that earlier in the year with a friend of mine, A Way Out. It's great. It's a great game. It's really good. Does something a bit interesting, a bit different.
Yeah.
Direction, though, I mean, some of the acting in it's not the greatest. It's meant to be like 1970s America, and the actors that they use are clearly like Swedish or Norwegian.
Oh.
So but they do a really good accent until there's some parts where if you're really good at an accent, you just can't get it out, and they just sound like Nordic. It's quite fun. It's quite funny.
Yeah. So yeah, deserved winner of that one, God of War. Let's be completely honest.
Yeah.
Next,
best narrative. So we have Detroit again, God of War, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2.
Okay, again, we've been through this. Spider-Man, boring, and it's just a basic comic narrative, nothing particularly special. Detroit, again, was very, very good, to be fair. Hard to argue. Life is Strange was an interesting game, although I don't think it blows anything out of the water. We're going to go... It was a toss-up between God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2 again, and I think you've kind of got to give it to Red Dead just for the size of the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the story present in Red Dead is a marvelous story. It's really well done.
Yeah.
Really well written. I can't deny it. It really is.
Okay, right. Next game. No, next genre.
So we have best art direction.
Best art direction. Okay, what we got?
We have Arse Creed Odyssey again.
Okay.
God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead 2, and Return of Obra Dinn.
Okay, right. This is a hard one. Okay, but I'm going to go and just quickly go through. You've already said about Assassin's Creed, haven't you?
Yeah.
Going Greek was really cool.
Yeah.
Then you got God of War. It's very God of War-y. I don't think it blows any. I don't think it does anything different or special. Personally, it's very, very nice looking, but it doesn't do anything particularly special.
It's gone for that Nordic artistic style though, compared to the Greek,
but
so it's
not
kind of
different enough for me.
Yeah.
Right. Red Dead. Again, nothing really different to Red Dead 1.
It looks amazing.
It does look amazing, but they're talking about art direction.
Yeah.
Really? I have absolutely no idea what Return of Obra Dinn. I have no idea what that game is. But I did stream Octopath earlier on in the year, and for art direction, Return of Obra Dinn better be something special to blow Octopath Traveler out of that top spot.
Yeah.
It really has to be something good. So I might have to have a little look into that one, to be completely honest. What's the next category?
Best score / music, which is Celeste, God of War, Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead 2.
Okay. Celeste had a really cool soundtrack, but because it was that retro style, I don't think it could have won.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it shouldn't have won. I'm just saying it couldn't have won. I think that goes with a bit with what's it called, Octopath Traveler as well.
Yeah.
So that's why Ni no Kuni 2's music was very nice.
I haven't played any of 2 or 2 at all. My only point of reference for Ni no Kuni is the first one, and if it's anything like the music from the first one, then that's going to be amazing. The first one's awesome. Yeah,
Marvel Spider-Man, again, you're kind of looking at that kind of basic comic bookish kind of thing. You've got God of War, again, very, very nice, but it's just very typical of those style of games.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I understand.
And Red Dead 2, that's the one that won it, so it better have been good. What do you think of the music in Red Dead?
The music in Red Dead is a little bit... It's less in your face as other music is in games. It's kind of like how... what do they call them? The Coen brothers treat music. It's very sort of subtle, but actually it's got some lovely notes in it. It's got some lovely timing. It gives it that real Western aesthetic, that really real Western feel. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't compare it to the others because I haven't played too many of the others, but it's good. I'm surprised there's nothing better, because I feel there should be, but it is good.
One of the things that when I was studying media in school, that I did for a little while, although I didn't really pay attention, I'll be completely honest, but one of the things that I did pick up is they said that they were talking about films specifically, but bearing in mind games are turning into playable films now, I think it's relevant. The best music in films is the music that you barely notice.
Yeah.
You don't notice it unless you look for it. And what you've just described is essentially that. You don't really notice it too much, and it improves the atmosphere without it standing out.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. I mean, and again, funny enough, that's what I say about the Coen brothers kind of approach. I think the best example of that is in their film No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Which has like 3 musical notes played through the entire 2.5-hour film.
Yeah,
like 3 times, that's it.
Pretty impressive too.
And you'd still call the sound design really awesome in that, despite the fact it's so minimal.
It's done the right way.
Yeah, that's it. It's not some huge orchestral score that we're kind of accustomed to now in computer games. Certainly Japanese release computer games. It's a bit more stripped back. It's cool.
Yeah, okay. So next, I don't know how many more of these we've got.
There's a few.
Okay, we'll get through them. We've got about 10 minutes. So
we've got best audio design. So we've got COD 4, COD Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon 4, God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2.
Right, let's be completely honest with this. The only real... God of War shouldn't really be added. I don't really see a point in that being there. And Spider-Man, I don't think there's a point in that being there. Because, again, they're both very typical.
Yeah.
Forza, for any real kind of car nut. Forza, the sound of some of the engines in Forza is incredible. They've done a really, really good job. And Call of Duty Black Ops 4... Again, it depends what audio design they're looking for, because I do happen to know that the spatial awareness in that game is good. Like, knowing where things are by sound is good. I can't see Red Dead winning that for any reason, really.
Yeah, well, I can. I would say that is the clear winner in that category, personally.
Really?
So a good example of that is the sound is really cleverly done where when your characters are actually having conversations, it doesn't do that thing where it sounds like you're getting talked right into your ear, regardless of where the character placement is.
Yeah.
If you're talking to a dude at the head of a pack of a posse and you're towards the back, he shouts. The guy who's talking to you shouts and changes his dialogue slightly. Whereas if you're riding next to him, he talks to you like you can hear him.
Okay, that's actually impressive. I hadn't noticed that.
That's what I mean. Like, it's really cleverly done.
Okay, fair enough. That's a winner. They've done well. Okay, right. Quickly.
Best performance by voice actors, I guess this is. So we have Brian Deckard as Connor in Detroit. Christopher Judge as Kratos in God of War. Melisanthe Mahut as Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2. And Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Spider-Man.
Okay, right. We're not going to keep on this one too much because we're going acting here. Red Dead, clear winner?
Out of the ones that I've heard, I mean, the dude who does Arthur Morgan's voice is amazing.
Yeah.
When I missed last week's stream, I was majorly drunk, and me and two or three other people who had been playing Red Dead non-stop for the last couple of weeks were also drunk, and we got some really interesting looks in the smoking area because we were talking to each other as characters from Red Dead, mainly Arthur Morgan, and just saying all these lines. And I think that really shows an impact.
Yeah, okay.
Funny enough, talking about impact, the next category is games for impact.
Okay.
So I guess that's like ones that have made the biggest splash.
Okay.
We have 1111 Memories Retold,
Okay.
Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, and The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories.
Okay, so the two that I'm going to throw up there as being kind of the heavy hitters in this category are going to be Celeste and Life is Strange. I mean, Life is Strange, again, very, very good. Games for impact. Did Celeste have that much of an impact? Maybe it did.
I've not played it.
Celeste won.
I've not played it, but a lot of people love it.
It is very, very good.
Absolutely love it. So I guess it has made it.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think that might be a fair winner. Although, just in impact, Fortnite, it's made a massive impact, like a crater in the butthole of society.
Yeah, I am surprised to see Fortnite and PUBG not in there because they have made such a big impact.
Yeah, I mean, PUBG, is that a this year game or a last year game? Because Fortnite was a last year game, but they put it in the this year category.
Well, I think if you're going to include Fortnite, you could probably include PUBG. They kind of have to.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Best independent game. Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
Again, I have no experience with Return of Obra Dinn, but either Celeste or Dead Cells I mean, I think Dead Cells could have edged that, to be completely honest. It was a toss-up between those two. Celeste won. I've got no real issue with that.
We have Best Mobile Game, Donut County, Florence, Fortnite, PUBG Mobile, and Reigns Game of Thrones.
Okay, well, I'm really glad that Fortnite didn't win this.
No, and I'm pretty glad PUBG Mobile didn't. I've seen a bit of Reigns Game of Thrones. It looks really interesting, really different. It's like a card-based game.
Don't care. Mobile games. Florence won, whatever that is.
Next is Best VR AR Game. We have Astrobot Rescue Mission, Beat Saber, Firewall Zero Hour, Moss, and Tetris Effect.
The fact that Beat Saber didn't win that is pretty impressive, although I do hate the fact that a lightsaber game doesn't involve hacking people up with lightsabers. I think that might be why it didn't win.
Probably. Is that the one where it's like a...
You get the things and it's like things come towards you. It's like the Beat game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bit upset they didn't win that. What did win that, by the way?
What won that? That was Astrobot Rescue Mission.
It's okay. It looks alright, to be fair.
Looks like it might have been a mainly Japanese release, so...
Yeah.
And then we move on to Best Action Game. COD, Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11.
Mega Man 11 winning Best Action Game would have been an absolute travesty.
Well, so would Far Cry 5, to be fair.
Yeah, Well, there was action in that.
Yeah.
I could see that winning because it was quite drama-ish. Destiny 2 shouldn't have won that. Dead Cells has got to be, really, hasn't it?
I'd say it's probably
or possibly even Black Ops.
That's what I'd say. It's a toss-up between that and Black Ops 4, really.
Yeah, so they didn't completely screw that one up.
So now we have Best Action Adventure.
Okay, so we got
Odyssey, God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead 2, Shadows of the Tomb Raider.
Best Action Adventure Game. The winner of that was God of War. For all the reasons previously said. I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was worth no money in the same week it came out. Yeah. I think that says it all for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think. So I think we'll leave that there.
Best role-playing game. This is an interesting one. So
okay.
We've got Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age, Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. There's some powerful games in that.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Quest 11 could have won that quite happily. Ni no Kuni 2 could have won that quite happily. Octopath Traveler could have won that quite happily.
Pillars of Eternity 2, I've heard nothing but good things about. The first one's fantastic.
But the winner was Monster Hunter.
I loved it.
It's okay. I think that there could have been a better winner.
It's quite light. It's quite light on the RPG front. Yeah. In my opinion, it's not exactly the most role playing of games. But this is a year that we've lacked a big release from Bethesda in that market. Really, Fallout 76 doesn't count. We are lacking. RPGs haven't really come to the forefront this year, so it has been a bit of a lackluster one there. Okay, next category. Best fighting game. We have Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter 5 Arcade. Okay, so a couple of big hitters in there. Blaze Blue I haven't played, I'll be completely honest, so I can't really judge it. Street Fighter 5 I have played, and it was a solid Street Fighter entry. I've got no issue with that whatsoever. Soul Calibur 6, massive fan of the Soul Calibur games. Really enjoyed having a little go at that. But the winner was Dragon Ball Fighter Z for some reason. I can't even comment, I've never played it.
I didn't think that played as well as it could have done.
Mm.
I really didn't. I think they've dropped the ball on that one. I think Soul Calibur 6 should have won that.
See, I'm more excited for was it Jump Force, which is coming out in
Jump
February.
Force looks really good, but that might win Best Fighting Game next year.
That's my pick.
Yeah. We'll do another one of these games next year. And another one of these games? I'll do another one of these things next year where we go over what happened at the Game Awards, and hopefully we'll see that win. Although, to be fair, Smash might win that.
So, Best Family Game, Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starlink Battle for Atlas, and Super Mario Party.
Again, as far as family games go, some heavy hitters there. Not really quite sure why Mario Tennis Aces is in there as a family game. But, I mean, Labo is a family game, I suppose. Mario Party is definitely a family game. Why Starlink Battle for Atlas is in there, I'm not sure. Overcooked 2, but that was the winner. Seems a strange one, bearing in mind Mario Party was in there. Mario Party was pretty damn good, to be fair, from what I saw of it. And Labo was inventive, at least. Like, you would have thought they were giving them like a participation medal.
I thought they might have nicked it, Labo, just because they were so different.
Yeah.
On a side note as well, if you've been following like the list of games that we've been reading them out as they're going along, this is the first time Nintendo's actually come up for any of these awards this year, which I think really highlights how slow they've been about pushing the Switch.
Considering the Switch was a last year release.
That's what I mean. It's really just silent this year.
That's a really good point. I hadn't noticed.
I mean, the new Super Smash hasn't been released in time for these awards. I know they're not releasing them for the rewards, but like you'd have assumed that they would have easily made this list. Even by default, they might have just put it on there. But no. So
it's annoying. They should, yeah. I think that maybe they released it late specifically to avoid getting shot down for that.
Quite probably, even though it's a good game.
Yeah.
Best strategy games next.
We don't really care about these. We'll do these really quickly.
BattleTech, Frostpunk, Into the Breach, Banner Saga 3, and Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Yeah, Into the Breach won that. Valkyria Chronicles is actually quite good, but I don't have any experience with the other ones to be able to say anything.
I've played Frostpunk. Very good.
Really?
I would suggest trying that out. Frostpunk's really cool. City builder and management sim set in like a post-apocalyptic nuclear winter. It's quite different. It's all about a city that's built around a generator to keep warm. Yeah. It's quite interesting. Best sports racing games: FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis Aces, NBA 2K19, and Pro Evo 2019.
Well, at least Pro Evo got a shout this year. I'm not sure if they did last year, but at least they're on the list. Forza Horizon 4, a little bit disappointed. Mario Tennis Aces didn't win.
I didn't play Mario Tennis Aces. I don't own the Switch.
So. Yeah, I don't really like tennis games, but I would have quite liked to have seen a tennis game beat FIFA.
Yeah. Well, FIFA didn't win either, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, Forza Horizon 4 pulled it out of the bag.
Okay.
Best multiplayer games: COD Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and I can't believe that Sea of Thieves.
Oh God! Well, how did that make it on there?
I mean, this is a list for games. How is Sea of Thieves on it? It's not a game.
It's not.
Winner of that one was Fortnite.
To be fair, like it's really, really hard to argue with that. No matter how much I hate the game and how much I refuse to play it and how I hate the microtransactions in it because I think it's scummy I think it's scummy practice. Let's be completely honest. I think the Epic Games, basically goading kids into pounding their parents for, V-Buck after V-Buck to try and get through everything, I think is scummy game practices.
To be fair, out of all the rest of them, there's no other categories worth mentioning, really. Best student game and best debut indie. Let's go for best debut indie for the last one.
Okay.
Donut County, Florence, Moss, The Messenger, and Yoku's Island Express. The Messenger pulled that out. Not played any of them.
Okay, but I do want to make a really, really big thing about this. Okay, so The Messenger won that. Won best debut indie game. But Florence won an award further up.
Yeah, I can't remember which one was. What was it?
Was it? I can't remember.
Was it best independent? I think that was Celeste.
Yeah, it was Celeste. But I'm sure Florence won one further up.
I'm not sure.
So why would it suddenly appear there? Because maybe they were in the same category. Have a look.
Let's just see if I can find
really
it.
Quick, because I want to try and...
Come on. Not coming up. Yeah, Florence won best mobile game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's nothing in that, let's be completely honest.
No.
So the rest of the things that were going were all esports teams, and let's be honest, we don't give a shit about esports.
No one cares about esports.
Not yet, anyway. Maybe they will.
No.
But I'm not really keen on it at the moment.
There was obviously a bunch of things announced at the awards this year, but I feel if you're going to want to hear us talk about those, you're going to have to migrate over to Twitch and see us talk about them on there. That's twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat.
Yeah, well, we're going to be playing games for the foreseeable future. I don't know how long for. Probably minimum 3 or 4 hours.
Easily.
And we're not quite sure what we're playing yet. We kind of have a toss-up between Spyro the Dragon and Crash Team Racing.
Both PS1.
Both PS1. So maybe if you pop over onto our stream on twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat right now, if you're watching this live, you can let us know what you think we should be playing, or we might have a little discussion during the break as well. The other thing that I think is probably worth shouting out is if you're not watching this live, then pop over there anyway, hit the follow button, create an account if you haven't got one, and you can be notified of all of our upcoming streams so you never miss one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to want to know when we go live so you can come over and see the hot, fresh content.
Yeah. So, of all these retro games that we try and play religiously. Anyway, Top Hat Game Man has not made it in yet, but he will, he says. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been a really enjoyable stream, actually, going through all that rubbish. Fortnite didn't win Game of the Year, so I don't have to blow my own head off. So yeah, thank you all for being here, and we'll see you over on the other platform, you know, the evil one YouTube doesn't want you to know about. That is Twitch, at twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat. See you there.